My Zepbound maintenance plan, dosing, diet, and exercise, my comprehensive plan that will hopefully help encourage you. Hello, beautiful friends. I'm Elizabeth, Countess of Shopping. I've lost over 112 pounds the last 2 years, 9 months of being on Zepbound, Mounjaro, and Tirzepatide. And on today's episode, I am so incredibly excited to talk about Zepbound maintenance. I'm basically there. So I have been on Zepbound 15 milligrams for the last year and 9 months, and total on Mounjaro, Zepbound, and Tirzepatide compound, GLP-1 plus GIP. Not at the same time. The variations of those are because of the shortage. And I'm basically at maintenance. I'm like right there. And when I have my loose skin surgery, I will really be right there. The loose skin surgery will probably more than likely put me in the correct BMI weight, but I'm basically there. And so with that, I have started to transition with the help of my healthcare provider. And I want to encourage you, first and foremost, do not pass go, do not collect your $200 from Monopoly money without talking to your healthcare provider about this plan. Maybe scheduling, I use Join Fridays, use the discount code QUEEN, but scheduling a separate meeting with them to talk specifically about maintenance of what that is going to look like if you're not there yet. So it's not a big surprise. And so for me, going back to the dosing, diet, and exercise, I think having this mapped out, it is a wild, wild west out there, in my humble opinion. And so successfully transitioning from the weight loss zone into the maintenance zone, we got to look at it within 2 buckets. And I've got a bunch of action items, a whole comprehensive plan for you to talk to your healthcare provider about with this information. And for you to also think of, okay, does that make sense for me? Take what you want, leave the rest. Not everything is going to be applicable of what I'm doing, but for some of it, it's going to be really, really helpful for you. So transitioning, first and foremost, high five. Like reaching this milestone for me, having weighed over 300 pounds and losing over 112 pounds, that's more than my 10-year-old weighs. To going into things like actively lifting, being super physically fit, eating things. Literally earlier today, I had roasted carrots by choice, not because I was forcing myself. Like I actively really, really wanted them. Like, who is this? Who is this person? Riding horses, a lifelong dream to get back on a horse. I couldn't before because I weighed too much and I would have crushed and hurt the horse. And now actively riding horses, riding roller coasters, going literally a month ago, I went on upside down loop-de-loop roller coasters with the harnesses that fit over. I could actually fit in the seats. It was amazing. And so all of that to say, there's this transition and celebrating the victory of this weight loss journey that has been my whole life. Can you relate? Of being on a diet, my first diet in elementary school, can you relate? To now this next phase. And so shifting our focus, I think there needs to be, for me, I'll use my I statements, I have had to have an intentional shift in the focus and the long-term weight management of this. Of I don't want to keep yo-yoing. I have lost this weight over 2 years, 9 months, and it's been an amazing ride. And I want to find balance, and you guys know permanent, sustainable, lifelong changes for me. And the Eli Lilly, by the way, tells us in our Mounjaro literature and our Zepbound literature that we have to change the way that we eat in our physical activity. We have to. And so with that, this is where those are going to coincide first. So let's first talk about dose. I think that this is one of the most significant changes for people, is how they look at their dose of going into a maintenance dose of, do you stair step down on the medication, continuing to take that once a week because you don't need to have the weight loss associated with it? And for some people, going very quickly. Now, I am a turtle. Fellow turtles unite. We've got all of our turtle paraphernalia here. If you are a turtle like me, this is taking me a lot longer probably than some of you, of where you, here's what though, turtles win. Can we be clear on that? Turtles do win. And so if you're slower like I am, some people have been in maintenance. It took them like 6 months to get there. And I love that. I have no shade. Like I am celebrating everyone's success as to where they are, because obesity is a wide hoop and we are all very, very different. And there's very many different ways to get here. So finding that maintenance dose, super important. Are you going to drop down a dose, or are you going to stay on your current dose and then just go, instead of taking it once a week, taking it every 10 days. Or for some of you, is it your health insurance has changed you from Zepbound or Mounjaro to Wegovy or Ozempic, and then changing to that dose, because we know the studies have said semaglutide, which is Wegovy and Ozempic, you do lose less weight from it. So does that make sense for you of switching? And then maybe also you're paying out of pocket for Zepbound and you don't want to pay out of pocket for it. I forgot to tell you guys, stay till the end. I am going to be announcing all of our group participants who have lost weight this month and our milestones. And so I'm definitely going to be, the count has been like, why have you not shared that? This was from August. And so I'm very late on this, but he has been literally the last week wanted me to talk about this. So talking about your different dose, for me, I will remain on Zepbound 15 milligrams and I will continue to take that once a week. That is not going to change for me because I have had to claw to get to where I am with my weight. And so shifting from that is going to be a calorie shift for me. So I'm not going to be shifting dose. So that was the first thing is for most people, it's probably going to be a dose change or a time change of every 7 days or every 10 days or whatever between you and your healthcare provider figuring that out. For me, it's none of those. It is going to be a change in my calories. With that, one of the best things I have done is continuing to take my magnesium bundle and also my digestive enzyme bundle through BIOptimizers. Their magnesium breakthrough, I highly recommend. I do not recommend any products as a woman of integrity unless I absolutely love them. This product I've had pretty much every single night for 2 years. Magnesium breakthrough has made a major difference for me in my sleep, muscle recovery, and also with constipation. I'm not constipated. I have added in over the last few months, been layering in for my daily routine, their digestive enzymes called Masszymes. That has been very helpful. At lunchtime, I'll take 2 of the Masszymes, and then at nighttime, about an hour or 2 before bed, 2 of the magnesium breakthrough. It has worked great for me. And so I will continue to do that on my weight loss journey. You can go to bioptimizers.com/queen, QUEEN. I will link that down in the description link below as one of my ongoing regimens in addition to my dose that I will continue to do for maintenance. And that is a daily thing for me because their products work so well. With having 7 types of magnesium, it has made a major difference. Having gone from taking other brands of magnesium that only had 1 type of magnesium, why would I take 1 pill that has 1 type of magnesium when I could take another pill that has 7? I was like, the math is mathing with BIOptimizers magnesium. So with that, changing over the goal shift, the goal really shifts from losing weight to preventing weight gain. And for me, I'm adding on to preventing weight gain, also building muscle. There is a intentional mindset shift that I have had with this, that it's a physical shift in addition to a mental shift, that I'm no longer aiming for weekly loss, which having had that my whole life, can y'all relate? Having had the aim to be to lose weight my whole life, it is very weird to be like, babes, you don't need to do that anymore. Like, you're good. Focusing on getting stronger with lifting. That's weird for me. It's still weird. Like, just, it's still very weird. It's still something my brain is somewhat slower to catch up on. And I know some of you are very much faster in that regard. I feel like I'm a kind of a smart chickadee, but I'm very slow in this capacity of my brain being like, you don't need to keep losing weight. Like, you're good. You're good. You need to gain muscle, babes. Monitoring. So then the next big pillar. So the first one is the mindset shift with that. Also figuring out doses. This is the first one. The second one is the mindset shift and what we're aiming for, because if you shoot at a target and you don't have a target to shoot for, you miss every time. So for me, shooting at that target of the mindset shift in addition to the physical shift. And then number 3 is going to be the goal. Is going to be monitoring. And so, I beg your pardon. No. My notes are off. We're shifting and making the mental and physical shift, and we're going in for stability. That's the goal. Number 4 is monitoring. This is where your doctor, your healthcare provider needs to be working with you on this. You should not be on a deserted island. You should be working with your Avengers team. You guys know how I always talk about Avengers Assemble. Having an Avengers team, you need to have an Avengers team to help you with maintenance, in my humble opinion. And that really should be the leader of that. The leader of the pack. Your leader of the pack should be your healthcare provider, okay? And if they're not helping you, this is the thing that I want. If you are not yet at maintenance, you need to have sorted who your healthcare provider is. What pains me, and I've seen it happen in my free encouragement group at countessofshopping.com/group. It rips my heart out for you when people are like, oh, I don't have like a consistent healthcare provider, and now I'm at goal weight and they won't prescribe me medication anymore. I'm like, ugh! your healthcare provider, you should figure out who that is before you get to maintenance, because more than likely, if you're at goal weight, they're not going to, a new person is not going to prescribe you medication if you're not in the accurate BMI to get the medication for, right? You could get it, but it's going to be harder for you. And I don't want life to be harder for you. So figure out before you get to maintenance who your ongoing care person is going to be to walk through the maintenance journey with you. That's going to take some time. And I see it happen over and over and over and over. People are like, oh, I hit maintenance and now I don't have anyone to prescribe to me because I'm not in the right BMI. I'm like, should have figured that out beforehand. And I feel like that's so mean to say, but I'm telling you now, because I'm not addressing this to anybody at all directly, but I'm telling you as a bestie, figure this out now. Because you don't want to get to your goal weight and be like, I'm not eligible anymore for the medication because I don't have a healthcare provider I'm working with. And so your doctor is going to work with you to adjust your dose and things like that. Also, if you're not tolerating medication well, here's the other thing. Next tip, having a safety net in place for you if you do gain weight, because that's where the monitoring comes in. However you choose to weigh daily, weigh weekly, there needs to be some sort of catch and release program for you to ensure. Is it your pants that you wear every week? Is it photos? You need to have some sort of ongoing monitoring to make sure you're in line with where you want to be with your goals. It's okay if this is, by the way, totally normal. I have so many people in our free encouragement group. In fact, so many people in the free encouragement group, the Count had to make its own category. It's free, by the way. It's not paid. This group is fabulous, but it's not paid. On the left-hand side, the Count, so many people were in maintenance. He had to make its own tab in there. And so with that, with your maintenance, figuring out for you how you're going to continue to inspect what you expect. What does that look like for you? Is it daily weighing? Is it weekly weighing? What is the accountability in that to make sure that you're not gaining weight back? For me, being totally honest, it's one of my biggest fears. I'm really, like, if I am brutally honest, I'm really flipping nervous about it. You never see my hands. I'm like toiling with my hands. And I got to release that because I am going to continue along this healthcare journey. I got to go back to the mindset part. I'm going to continue along this healthcare journey. I'm going to continue to get stronger, lifting and doing the things that have gotten me this far. I'm going to continue to do that will continue to get me further with my health goals. Because now it's not about losing weight, it's about health. Like, it's always been about health, you know what I'm saying? But really of getting to the next level of lifting more weight and things like that. Next, lifestyle habits. You've developed some. And I'm giving you a big round of applause. Whether you acknowledge them or not, you have changed your life by losing this weight. I'm talking about people who are obese. I know some people are on and they're just for a little bit of weight loss. For me, that's not my story. I was morbidly obese. Like, this wasn't just a little bit of weight loss. I wish that was me, of where some people come on and they're like, oh, I'm just trying to tighten up a little bit. I'm like, babes, I wasn't trying to tighten up. I wasn't like a rubber band already. It's like the box of rubber bands. Like, it was not just trying to tighten up. For me, this was like massive lifestyle changes. And so if you're walking in for just a little bit of weight loss, maybe you don't have massive lifestyle changes. Maybe you already had them. I did not. I was a clean canvas in terms of literally learning when to put my fork down, of like, oh, that I'm full, put your fork down. Oh, I'm hungry. Let's go eat something nutritious that nourishes my body and fuels my body. Oh, okay, that's what that feels like. That feels like hunger, that feels like full. And so these lifestyle dietary changes, what I really want to encourage you is you're eating right and tight. Protein, fresh fruits and vegetables. Is that right and tight? And is your weight training right and tight? There are so many studies that we are still uncovering. We are just, I think, at the beginning component of it. I've seen the effects of people not weight training with the substantial weight loss. The media loves, honey, to hype. I should pull out my fan for that. The media loves to hype, honey, about, I'm still working on the fan. The media loves to hype about the muscle mass loss. You lose muscle mass loss with any kind of weight loss. Bariatric surgery, Atkins, Weight Watchers, you name it, like, people do. So it's not just GLP-1 weight loss, but with that information, you need to do something and apply that information of, okay, now we know it's not just for GLP-1, it's for everybody, but then what you gonna do about it, boo? What you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? And so for me, that's one of the biggest things for my I statements is the lifestyle change of lifting. How do I incorporate that into my life? That has taken me a long time. I told you guys, I'm a turtle. It's taken me a long time to figure out how I do incorporate lifting into my life. And so for you, if you haven't quite figured that out, that's one of my challenges, my double dog dares. I'm going to throw you the ball and you catch it, of figuring out how you can do weight training. For me, I use the free program called Muscle Wiki. Go write that down. Muscle, like muscle, Wiki, Wiki. I have no affiliation with them at all. Totally a free program, but it's free. I haven't downloaded their app. I just use their website. Some people in my free encouragement group use their app and love it. I don't. I use the website. Totally free. I use I've not paid for it at all. I use the free version. That has told me how I should do the weight training. And so continuing to focus in on lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, lifting, wash, rinse, repeat. And then with that physical activity of having 150 minutes per week of moderate intense exercise. And so that's why I love my Fitbit. I'll link my Amazon shopping list also down below, because I can see in a week how much moderate intense exercise I have, because a track number grows. So how are you properly tracking your data with that? And some people don't like that. That's not their personality style. So this is where it's take what you want, leave the rest. I love a track number. The Count and I both, we were both bragging to each other our sleep scores. My sleep score stunk 2 days ago. I had the worst migraine. It was like, I was like, it's a 32. It was a 57, but nonetheless, it was a 57 for my sleep score. I digress. Figuring out your physical activity of like movement and then also lifting, how does that work? And then also consistently taking your injection for whatever day you want to take that. Is it on a weekly basis, or are you changing the time in which you take it? Your doctor or healthcare provider is the one who's figuring that out for you. Working really closely with your healthcare provider to make sure that you're in the right realm. If you feel like, what's it called? Food noise has come back, intense cravings have come back. I think that's one of the things I'm most afraid for, and which is why I'm going to just stay at the right dose, but adjust my calories to not be in a calorie deficit, but just to be at just calories, not a calorie deficit, calorie maintenance. And that's why I'm going to stay once a week and with the dose I'm at, because I'm afraid for having the food noise come back. If you notice that, that's something absolutely for your appointment with your healthcare provider to talk about with them. Listening to our bodies is the next big thing with maintenance, is our bodies are giving us cues all day long of satiety, of being hungry, and practicing mindful eating and continuing to practice that. With these extra calories, truth be told, I'm a little bit nervous about if I will be able to handle that. I will be, but I'm still nonetheless a little bit nervous about it. Like, will I go massively overboard? I won't, but I'm still a little bit nervous about it. And so that's where I go back to being mindful and practicing mindfulness. I had said in a previous video, I'm gonna butcher it. I had talked about how it was the video talking about the Michelin star chef and the changes in the menus for people's diets, and it was the raisin philosophy. And one of you beautiful souls had quoted now I've got to find it, who made the idea of the raisin philosophy, of where before eating you hold a raisin in your fingers, just one raisin, and you feel it. Like, what does it feel like? What do you think it will taste like? Imagine what it would taste like in your mouth, the sensation of it, and then putting that in your mouth. You're not shoving in 10 million raisins, but you're sorry, I've got something in my eye. I'm trying to find this quote and I'm like blind. I'm like Popeye. The person had told me who the quote was, and it's going to drive me nuts because I wanted to give the proper credit. There's someone who made that raisin philosophy, and they were not quoted in that Times article that I had referenced, and it really annoyed me. So I wanted to quote them properly because one of you beautiful viewers did. Was it Dr. Regina? Was it Dr. Regina? I think it was Dr. Regina. And she was like, Elizabeth, this is the person who did it. So, oh, fiddlesticks. It's going to make me so angry that I can't find the person who, I'll come back to it. Okay. You guys know I'm like squirrel. Okay, let's keep going. So managing expectations. Maintenance isn't a straight line. There is going to be, this is why you have safety nets, because it's not going to be a straight line. It's normal to fluctuate a few pounds. That's why you're going to track it. Track number grows. Are you going to track it also with your smart tape measure in addition to your scale, how are you going to track it? Figuring out the methodology of how you're going to track, and then also managing those expectations of when you get to X point, what will you do? Right? Like if you gain 5 pounds, what will you do? Someone was talking in our group how they gained 10 pounds. And my heart hurt for them because I could tell when they were typing their message, they're like, I've gained 10 pounds and I'm really upset. And I'm like, I get it. I would be upset too. Like, I'm the first, I get it. I get it. I get it. And so managing those expectations that, okay, is it 5 pounds? Is it, where's the line in which you really massively adjust and go back, but not to get super frustrated with it. That this is all part of the growth and learning process of it. And really and truly, next point is focusing on non-scale victories, shifting from the scale number to, I physically can lift my suitcase over my head without asking anyone to help me when I'm on an airplane. That for me is big. I'm like, and then now I'm like, do you want me to help you with your suitcase? I did that once. Let me be clear. And then after that, I was like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to injure myself. But celebrating these non-scale victories and being motivated besides the number on the scale, which I know for us, for people of my genre of where we've been on diets since we were in elementary school or a little bit after that for most of our lives, not focusing on the scale feels very weird. And so shifting that, it's going to take some time. And for me, probably I'll be a little bit turtly about taking that time. The turtles walk together, taking their time. Don't abandon your new habits. Remember that ZepBound is a tool to help with the underlying issues of obesity. And so I need GLP-1 medication to keep this lifestyle. I can't go off of it because it would be detrimental for me. So maintenance, I feel like this is like phase 1 of maintenance of the long-term strategy and figuring it out. And I hope that these tips have helped. There's a ton of them. So hopefully there's some of take what you want, leave the rest. Maybe you watch this video twice. Maybe you hit save and or share this with yourself in your email so you can go back in a couple of months when you are at maintenance to rewatch it. But these are my, as I continue to go on the maintenance journey, my thoughts of what I'm doing. And so I hope that it encourages you. I do want you to go get the bundle set if you have not obviously talked to your healthcare provider before purchasing anything from BIOptimizers.com/queen, QUEEN. The bundle sets you save money. And then with my discount code QUEEN, QUEEN, you save extra money. So you can use the link down in the description link below, or when you check out, just make sure that that discount code QUEEN, QUEEN, has been applied. Our emoji of the day is going to be a goat. Goat. Oh wait, no, sheep, because I like my little sheep shirt. It's from Amazon. Do you guys want me to put the link in the description? I will. I'll put it down there because I got it from Amazon. I have sheep. So sheep is our emoji of the day. I do emojis of the day to get to know you better because I care. And it's also my bat signal to pray over you. If you don't believe in prayer, uplift you in positive thought. I love you guys so much. I am so grateful for our community. I want to share with you, the Count wanted me to read off all of the people who have got their badges in our free encouragement group, which is countessofshopping.com/group. He wanted me to read off to you who, he got very mad at me that I did not read this. This was like weeks ago. He literally had it, friends, all set for the group members from August's totals, like September 2nd or 3rd. I'm filming this on September 16th. I'm not sure when it's going to come out. He was so upset with me. He's like, what are you doing? Like, knock it off. Because there's 67 people, 66 people. Okay, Amanda P lost 90 pounds. She achieved her. So these are milestones within the group. And so these are our group members that I'm obsessed. Like, I'm obsessed with everybody. But these are in, oh no, oh no, oh no. He made them alphabetized. Well, that annoys me. I wanted them to be sequentially in like weight loss. Okay, well, they're alphabetical. Amanda P, 90 pounds down. Amanda T, 50 pounds down. Amelia, 100 pounds down. Woo! Amy L, 30 pounds down. Andrea M, 40 pounds down. I'm just gonna read first names. Is that okay? Hopefully, tell me in the comments if you didn't like first name, if you wanted your first and name and your initial letter, tell me, because I'll do it better next time. Andrea M, minus 40 pounds. Angela H, minus 50 pounds. Ann N, minus 60 pounds. Carla C. I just said I would do the first name and I'm still doing it. Carla C. in minus 80 pounds. Catherine, minus 10 pounds. Cheryl, minus 40 pounds. Chrissy, minus 10 pounds. Dare, minus 140 pounds. Danielle, minus 90 pounds. Daryl, minus 170 pounds. My husband was so excited, Daryl, to make the 170-pound badge. That's so exciting, and we're so happy for you. Diana, minus 90 pounds. Ebonique, minus 20 pounds. Elaine, minus 90 pounds. I think Elaine's very close. She's like 1 pound off from hitting 100 pounds. Elizabeth, minus 30 pounds. Evelyn, minus 20 pounds. Fee, minus 90 pounds. Gail, minus 70 pounds. Gail, minus 40 pounds. Heather, minus 90 pounds. Jen, minus 30 pounds. Jennifer, minus 10 pounds. Jennifer, minus 50 pounds. Jess, minus 20 pounds. JNV, minus 30 pounds. Joan, minus 150 pounds. High five, Joan. Joni, minus 70 pounds. Julie Ann, minus 10 pounds. Julie, minus 30 pounds. Caitlin, minus 80 pounds. Karen, minus 60 pounds. Kelly, minus 10 pounds. Kenya, is it Kenya or Kenna? Forgive me. Oh, I hate when I butcher people's names. Please forgive me. Kenna, weighs 170 pounds. Also, same thing. The Count had to make a whole new badge for that. I'm super excited about it. Kim, minus 40 pounds. Tracy, minus 40 pounds. Christy, minus 30 pounds. Lena, minus 60 pounds. Lisa, minus 30 pounds. Lizette, minus 20 pounds. Lori Ellen, minus 100 pounds. Margaret, minus 20 pounds. Mary, minus 20 pounds. Marianne, minus 50 pounds. Megan, minus 60 pounds. Megan, minus 50 pounds. Michelle, minus 90 pounds. Naomi, minus 150 pounds. Congratulations, Naomi. Nicole, minus 50 pounds. Nicole, minus 40 pounds. Nigelane, forgive me, Nigelane, minus 160 pounds. Congratulations, Nigelane. Super happy for you. Patricia, minus 70 pounds. Patricia, minus 100 pounds. Rachel, minus 60 pounds. Sandy, minus 60 pounds. Shannon, minus 80 pounds. Susan, minus 30 pounds. Susie, minus 20 pounds. Tanya, minus 100 pounds. Woohoo! Congratulations, Tanya. Tara, minus 50 pounds. Tracy, minus 10 pounds. Trina, minus 50 pounds. Vicky, minus 20 pounds. And Winona, minus 110 pounds. I am so proud of you. It's totaling weight loss for milestone badges, not total weight loss in the group, but just from the badges, just shy of 4,000 pounds, minus 3,990 pounds. Congratulations. And a huge round of applause for the Count for figuring this out too. This was his brainchild, and I love it because it really does make a big difference. He's literally messaging me right now saying, don't forget to tell people about their milestones. Joke's on you, I finally did it after 2 weeks of him nagging me. And I feel not nagging, I feel so badly I didn't do this earlier. So know that the September totals for milestone badges, I'll do earlier. You have Girl Scouts promise. I love you guys so much. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. I look forward to seeing your sheeps in the comments below. Love you. Bye, guys.